Hey, what's up everyone, David here. Today, I'm hitting record, there's gameplay on screen. This is gonna be a discussion video. You know, these types of videos that I used to call DC Talk, they've been gone for months at this point, but Soul Hackers 2, ever since its reveal on Monday, it's been on my mind non-stop. I keep thinking about it, and honestly, I just have a lot to say. So this is what I'm doing today. I'm going all in with everything that's been on my mind in terms of Soul Hackers. So just my impressions of the reveal, how I reacted, looking back on it, what are my thoughts today. And I do want to talk about the elephant in the room being the platforms that it's going to release on as well. So it should be a fun time for sure, relaxing time. So sit back, relax. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a quick thumbs up. It really helps. And if you're new to the channel, if you want more content on anything in terms of Atlus, Shin Megami Tensei, or Persona, you are at the right place. Just make sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell. Plus, we have a dope new series on the channel as well, RPG Weekly News every Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, talking about all the latest role-playing game news. Let's jump right into it. So the reveal itself for Soul Hackers 2 was great. Quick teaser. We looked forward to a reveal on Monday. That was 4 days or 3 days of teasing on social medias and stuff. Great. That was good. We kept seeing screenshots. We kept the hype rolling and we built up excitement until Monday. Now Monday, I woke up 5 a.m. We streamed the whole thing and there was a reveal, which was really cool. They started off with a live action segment and that was honestly super funny. We were laughing on stream. We were like very confused. I was just 1 coffee out of 3 in too, so I was really confused. And that was just overall great. We were looking at the main character fighting I'm not too sure what those were, if they were supposed to be demons or something else, but they were fighting these people in gray, and we didn't even know it was the MC for what was revealed to be Soul Hackers 2 at the end of the live action segment. And when that happened, I was like, hey, that's super dope, but this is Atlus. They're gonna end it there, and we're not gonna get any other information. This is just Soul Hackers 2. That's it. It's in the works. Nothing. And then it happened. Boom. Amazing trailer, fantastically built trailer. You see the characters, you hear the amazing funky music, you get a good glimpse of the setting. The main character is awesome, female main character. It's been over a decade since we got a leading female main character protagonist in a Megaton Atlus game, so that was awesome to see as well. The gameplay, everything was shown. This is how you do a reveal. You trailer, you show everything, you drop a date, we'll end the platforms, we'll talk about that later. Very, 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 very solid reveal from start to finish. I have nothing there to add. This was awesome. Good job. This was a good reveal for old timers like me that already played and completed Soul Hackers, whether it's on Sega Saturn or the 3DS re-release. In my case, I only played the re-release in English. For 3DS. That was a good trailer for us, but it was also a good trailer for someone who has no idea what Soul Hacker is, or just someone who knows what Devil Summoner Soul Hackers is but never played the game. So this was awesome. 10 out of 10. I have nothing to add in terms of the reveal itself. They closed out with 2 little things other than the release date and platforms, which was the reveal of some DLC for Persona 5, which is great. Good thing that they it's a good idea for them to do that. So Persona 5 costumes, you can get that in Soul Hackers 2 for all your party. This is good. I don't care for it, but this is good. This is free marketing and publicity. Persona 5 fans, they will see another collaboration with the Phantom Thieves and they may be more interested in it. So good job there. And the other amazing thing that they showed at the end, which was more geared toward me, I'm not going to lie, is a collector's edition. It has yet to be confirmed for the West, but for now it's an Eastern only collector's edition. Very, very cool collector's edition with a figure and a lot of other goodies, so that got me really, really excited as well. And now in terms of the reveal itself, there's so much good, so much good. As I mentioned, there's the female main character, which is really, really cool to see. The gameplay itself seems to be classic SMT, so you seem to be traveling around dungeons just like mainline, so SMT4, SMT5. The gameplay seems pretty traditional as well. Obviously, in terms of the graphics, the cel shaded style really, really hits. That certainly caught me off guard, but I think without Kaneko's designs and drawings, I do think this style works really well with the artist working on this game. And the artist may seem familiar to some of all. It is Shiro Miwa. And this artist is a manga artist for the most part. but he's a Megaton fan himself, and he drew a lot of amazing Megaton art that I'm going to put on screen right now, and I'm sure some of you will recognize his pieces. So he's really talented, and that explains why we got all these amazing arts full so accurate. So great job there with the art style and cell shading. I think that works really well. In terms of style, of course, there's also the UI and menus. I think those look so good. My boy Victor is back and he looks amazing as well. I am super pumped for everything that I saw in that trailer, and that doesn't even count what I heard. I adored the soundtrack as well, which is from a new composer at Atlus, or at least a composer that I wasn't too familiar with, and everything that I heard sounded amazing. So I am super hyped for this release. There's of course the Tokyo Mirage Sessions game director. He's also the director for this project as well, and I love Tokyo Mirage Sessions. There's some things with the writing that didn't speak with me personally, in general, the story and stuff, the setting, but in terms of Soul Hacker, it's very different setting, and I do think there is a ton of potential. I am not worried at all with this director here. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, being the platform reveal. So, the good. Let's start with the good. So they unveiled that Soul Hackers is releasing worldwide global launch. Good stuff. You love to see it. You hate it when Japan gets a game 8 months before and everything got spoiled to us before. So that is a problem in my opinion. The fact that they're focusing, like they said in a lot of their fiscal reports in the past years, on multi-platform and global releases. This is awesome. You love to see it. Good job Atlus. Good job Sega. Other than the fact that it's a global launch and the amazing trailer and reveal that this was, there's also another good. It's a multi-platform release. So when you saw the collector's edition and physical versions are exclusive to PS4 and PS5. So at first, when I saw the reveal, I was like, oh no, another PlayStation exclusive. That is problematic. They've been saying for so many years that they want to do multi-plat, and then boom, they switch slides with the release date, global launch August 26th with the platforms. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PC via Steam, Windows, Xbox One, Xbox Series S, and Xbox Series X. This is fantastic. This is a multi-platform release, so that no one paid for this game. Sony didn't write a check, Nintendo didn't write a check, Microsoft didn't, although there's a potential Game Pass deal, but in terms of exclusivity, nothing. And that's awesome. We want to see multi-platform. These games from Atlus are fantastic, and I want as many people as possible to experience them. I am extremely happy for Xbox fans that most of the time they just don't get anything Atlus. So this is great to see, and I hope you guys on Xbox give the game a chance. Now, in terms of the bad, well, obviously, Soul Hackers is a game made by Atlus. Atlus is a Japanese publisher. Their games are focused and are mainly doing well in Japan, especially in terms of Megaton. So Devil Summoner, Mainline, those games definitely doing better in Japan. I mean, Nocturne HD sold over 100,000 copies extremely quickly after launch in Japan, which is freaking amazing for this type of remaster. So these games, they're doing very well in Japan. Persona doing well in the West as well, but Soul Hackers, that is even more niche than Mainline SMT itself, and that game is going to release on Xbox, which is a system that is being sold as a Blu-ray player in Japan, so it's extremely unpopular. Some of the stores, they just don't even carry Xboxes, so this is how bad it's doing. That was for the most part for the Xbox One generation. In terms of the Series system, they're doing a little better, but it's really nothing compared to Sony or Nintendo. In terms of PC gaming, same thing, it's getting a little bigger, but in Japan, they want small items as much as possible. They don't have all the rooms that we have here in the West, for the most part. Again, I'm generalizing here. And they don't really want those big tower PCs. They don't have the room for it. So that's why they're all into portable machines. The hottest system in Japan, and it's been for ever since it launched in March of 2017, is the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch is not only topping the charts every single month, or almost every single month ever since it launched in Japan as the best-selling system, but the top 30 software sales every single week is 80% plus Nintendo Switch titles. So Nintendo is dominating Japan. The next in line is Sony, and even Sony, they're starting to get away from Japan with the closure of Japan Studio and other things like that, censorship. So Nintendo in Japan, they are the beast. Soul Hackers is clearly a game aimed toward the Japanese audience. So as a consumer, I'm looking at this and it's kind of hard in my mind to justify the lack of a Switch version. Now, I ain't no developer, but when I look at what I saw for Soul Hackers, in my mind, there's no way in hell that this game wouldn't run on a Nintendo Switch. We have games that are way more demanding on the system. Clearly, you can even look at SMT5. In my opinion, if you put them one next to another, obviously the models are a little cleaner in terms of Soul Hackers, but the art style and what's going on screen seems just as demanding, if not more, for SMT5 versus Soul Hackers. Now, my bet for the lack of Switch version is not that they didn't want one, because they need one for the game to sell really well. Once again, I'm not port begging or anything, not at all. I'm just talking in a business sense. I really do think that they absolutely need it. There's a reason why they're bringing all these other games to Nintendo. 13 Sentinels. The game did well on PlayStation, not at first, but word of mouth picked up and the game did pretty well and it met expectations. They're bringing it to Switch. They see that there's potential. What I think is going to happen is they are releasing in August Soul Hackers, and in a couple of months, the game probably will not sell that many copies. There's going to be decent numbers. It's a multi-platform release and a global launch. So those are two things that will help it a whole bunch. But clearly, they will see versus the competitors on certain releases that they are missing out with the Switch, and they are going to bring the game to the platform. So I fully expect Sega to start working on the game a couple of months after it's done for a Switch port, if it's not already in the work and it's just not ready to release at the same time. I am extremely confident, not to say 100% it's happening, but honestly, there's a very, very high probability of this game getting a Switch port later down the line. Let's look at a game. Let's look at one of the biggest IP in Japan right now. Demon Slayer, the anime. I didn't even watch the anime. I don't know anything about Demon Slayer, but in Japan, it's like religion. Like it's extremely popular in Japan. Of course, Sega made a game with CyberConnect 2 for Demon Slayer. And the game released on PlayStation 4, 5, and the Xbox systems. And for the IP that it is in Japan, it underperformed. It underperformed massively. This IP should have sold way more copies than it did. The numbers aren't bad, but the IP was there. It should have sold way more copies than it did. What is Sega doing? Oh, 6 months later, they're porting the game to Nintendo. They're gonna get $60 for that game once they release it. And believe it or not, they are going to do exactly the same thing with Soul Hackers 2 once they see the numbers on PlayStation and Xbox and PC. And I'm sure they're going to be pretty satisfied, but I'm sure they're going to see that there's potential, that there's a really good market. So again, there's a lot of good in that reveal. There's way more good than bad in my opinion. It's 2 steps forward, 1 step backward in terms of this announcement, in my opinion. Sega and Atlus is doing a fantastic job. I am extremely happy for Xbox player that will be able to play the game. I have the collector's edition pre-order for my PlayStation 5 and I cannot wait to get the game and cover it for you guys as well. Drop a comment below. This is a discussion type of video, so I'm sure you guys will have a lot to say. Please stay civil into the comment sections. I don't want no console war bullshit or anything like that. Just try to stay respectful and share your opinions. Everyone has the right to prefer a system over another, but don't forget that these businesses, they are massive corporations. At the end of the day, they're not your friends. They want your money. I'm a Nintendo fan first and foremost, and of course I know that they just want my money. I'm not going to get a beer after this recording with Shigeru Miyamoto, you know? So this is all. I've been rambling. This is all, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate every single one of you. The support's been great lately on the channel. Make sure to drop a quick like, share the video around with your friends that may like the thing. And as always, if you want more content on any type of role-playing games, whether it's my news series every Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, or anything Atlus, subscribe, ring that notification bell, all that good stuff that we always say. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and let's keep the Soul Hackers 2 hype train rolling. See ya.